Welcome back to the booth, the Vhikk X. How does it sound? Incredible. But I sold it. Here's why. Well, if you saw one of my last videos, you know I was just blown away by the Vhikk X by Forge TME. It was such an incredible sounding synthesizer. I was just in awe of it. The hands-on control, the fact that you could get to so many incredible sounds so quickly, sounds that I couldn't have even imagined before. But I sold it. Why? Well, you know, it just didn't really fit into my workflow, and there's a bunch of reasons for that. For number one, I'm not really a modular guy, so I don't have all the other modules that would have made it more useful. It is very powerful as a standalone synth because it has effects built in, and it does have a lot of sound shaping stuff within the front panel. However, the downside of that is because it's designed for droning. We're talking about creating sustained notes with very little variation aside from the tweaking that you're doing there. There are no envelopes like ADSRs that allow you to use a more percussive thing and then have the sound mellow out after a decay time to a sustained level. It's just static. When I used other CV control into it, for playing sequences, the same thing I found. You know, it's playing those different notes, but because there's no ADSR, it's just too static sounding. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy one because I think they are incredible for a certain thing. They create really crazy sounds. If you're into sound sculpting or really like dark, twisted, industrial stuff, man, they are incredible for that. But for me, I did session after session where I was actually trying to record some ambient music with it, and I could just not really fit it in. I don't want to buy a module that all it will do is kind of play one sustained note. Now, some people may be okay with that, and if you've got a ton of other gear, might suit you fine. But I've had a lot of people asking me, oh, wow, I'm really thinking of getting one of those. You know, what do you think? And in practice, it really was hard for me to use in a musical way. Take that for whatever it's worth. Like I say, great sounding piece of gear, great textures, great sculpting ability, cool onboard effects, some really innovative settings and ways of changing the sound. Really original, and I thought it was amazing. But you got to know, I guess I should have known, not every piece of gear that sounds great is going to fit into your workflow. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that.